You look at the moon almost every night. It looks peaceful, familiar, safe. But that glowing orb in the sky is hiding something. If you suddenly stood on the moon without a spacesuit, you would lose consciousness within seconds, and death would follow quickly. There is no breathable air, no weather, no protection from the vacuum of space. Everything that keeps you alive on Earth is gone. Welcome to the real moon. A silent, freezing, irradiated world where there is nowhere to hide. And the deeper you go, the worse it gets. Imagine stepping onto the lunar surface. Your spacesuit locks around you. Your oxygen is flowing. Your visor is sealed. You take your first step. And then you notice something terrifying. Silence. Absolute silence. On Earth, sound travels through the air. Every voice, every footstep, every explosion. All of it depends on molecules carrying vibrations through the atmosphere. But the moon has almost no atmosphere. So if a massive boulder crashed just a few meters away, you wouldn't hear it. If your crewmate screamed, you wouldn't hear their voice through the vacuum. You would only see their mouth moving inside their helmet. Your entire world would become a silent movie. And that is only the beginning. Because now, look up. You might expect the sky to be blue, but it isn't. The sun can be shining directly above you, and the sky is still black. On Earth, our atmosphere scatters sunlight in every direction. That scattered light is what creates our blue daytime sky. The moon barely has an atmosphere, so there is almost nothing to scatter the sunlight. The result is incredibly strange. A blazing sun above you, and pitch black space surrounding it. You could stand in full sunlight, while looking directly into darkness. There would be no blue horizon, no clouds, no haze, just a black sky, and a landscape that stretches into the distance. You aren't simply standing on another world. You are standing directly beneath the void of space, and that void is brutal. On Earth, our atmosphere and oceans help move heat around the planet. The moon doesn't have that luxury. In sunlit regions, the lunar surface can become extremely hot. Around the poles, permanently shadowed regions can plunge below -200 degrees Celsius. The difference is enormous. But the most terrifying places aren't necessarily the places receiving the most sunlight. They're the places that receive almost none. Because at the moon's south pole, the sun behaves very differently. It stays low near the horizon. Mountains and crater walls can block its light, and deep inside certain craters, the sun never reaches the ground. These are called permanently shadowed regions. Some of these places have remained in darkness for billions of years. Think about that. A patch of ground that may have spent longer in darkness than humans have existed. No sunrise, no sunset, no warm afternoon, just permanent shadow. And inside that darkness, something incredibly valuable may be waiting. Water. Scientists have found strong evidence of water ice in permanently shadowed regions near the lunar poles. And that changes everything. Because water isn't just something humans can drink. It can potentially be separated into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen can be used as rocket propellant. Oxygen can help astronauts breathe, and water itself can help protect habitats from radiation. So the same darkness that makes these places incredibly hostile could also make them some of the most valuable locations on the moon. And that means future astronauts may have to walk directly into these frozen shadows to survive. But the darkness isn't the only thing waiting for them. Look down. At your boots. That gray powder covering the moon looks harmless. It isn't. It's lunar dust, and it has been created by billions of years of impacts. Asteroids, meteoroids, tiny pieces of rock constantly smashing into the surface. The moon has no wind and no flowing water to weather the landscape the way Earth does. So many lunar dust particles remain sharp and abrasive. Some are more like tiny shards of glass than the soft dust you're familiar with on Earth. And this dust gets everywhere. It sticks to spacesuits. It can damage equipment. It can interfere with seals. It can be carried back into a spacecraft. Apollo, astronauts experienced irritation after lunar dust entered their cabins, and future astronauts could spend far longer exposed to it. You can't simply wash it away. There is no rain. There is no wind. There is nowhere for it to go. The dust follows you, and while the ground attacks your equipment, the sky attacks you from above. On Earth, we live beneath two enormous protective systems, our atmosphere and our planet's magnetic field. Together, they protect us from much of the radiation coming from the sun in deep space. The moon doesn't have Earth's global magnetic shield, so astronauts on the surface face a much harsher radiation environment. The sun can release powerful bursts of energetic particles, and high-energy particles from deep space are constantly moving through the solar system. A future lunar habitat can't simply be a house. It has to be a fortress. Walls, shielding, protection, because outside space is constantly bombarding the surface. And somehow, even the ground itself isn't completely stable. The moon has moonquakes. Some are caused by the moon's interior slowly cooling and shrinking. As the moon contracts, faults can form and move. Imagine standing alone inside an ancient crater. There is no wind, no rain, no birds, no traffic, nothing. And then, the ground beneath your feet starts moving. You wouldn't hear thunder. There would be no storm approaching. The moon itself would simply begin to shake, and the terrain around you could be extremely difficult to escape, especially near the South Pole. There are steep slopes, deep craters, massive ridges, and areas where sunlight and darkness can exist only a short distance apart. You could be standing in sunlight, while only a few meters away. The terrain disappears into permanent darkness. But there is another threat, one that comes from above. The sky can fall. Earth's atmosphere destroys many small incoming objects before they reach the surface. The moon has almost no atmosphere to stop them. So micrometeorites can strike the surface directly. Most are tiny, but they arrive at enormous speeds. Over billions of years, these impacts have transformed the lunar surface. Every crater is a reminder. The moon doesn't have weather to erase its scars. It keeps them for millions, sometimes billions of years. So when you look at the moon from Earth, you're looking at a world covered in the scars of cosmic violence. And yet, none of that is the scariest part. The scariest part is the distance. The moon is our closest major neighbor in space, and it is still about 384,000 kilometers away. That might not sound like much compared with the size of the universe, but when you're standing on the surface, it becomes everything. Look back at Earth. There it is. A tiny blue world hanging in the black sky. Every ocean you've ever seen, every forest, every city, every person you've ever loved is somewhere on that distant sphere. And you're standing here, on a dead world, inside a fragile spacesuit. If your oxygen system fails, you can't simply walk home. If your suit develops a leak, there is no ambulance coming. If your vehicle breaks down, there is no road. If a serious emergency happens, help could be hundreds of thousands of kilometers away. Earth isn't just your home anymore, from the moon. Earth is your lifeline. And suddenly, that beautiful blue planet looks very different. The moon isn't evil. It isn't trying to kill you. It doesn't even know you're there. And that's what makes it terrifying. It was here billions of years before humanity. It survived impacts that would have destroyed entire cities. It spent billions of years exposed to the vacuum of space, and it will probably remain here, long after humanity is gone. The moon doesn't care if you live. It doesn't care if you die. It simply exists, cold, silent, ancient, and completely indifferent. Yet, we are going back. We're going back to the darkness. We're going back to the radiation. We're going back to the dust. We're going back to a world where one broken seal can mean death. Because somewhere beneath those ancient shadows, there may be water. And that water could help humanity build something we've never had before. a permanent presence beyond Earth. So perhaps the strangest thing about the moon isn't that it's dangerous, it's that we're willing to go there anyway. Because the moon isn't just a dead rock in the night sky. It's the first place beyond Earth where humanity may learn how to survive. And the first humans who walk into those permanent shadows will be entering one of the most alien environments we've ever dared to explore. A place where the sun doesn't rise, where sound doesn't travel, where radiation falls from space, where the ground can shake beneath your feet, and where Earth, the only home humanity has ever known, is nothing more than a distant blue light in the darkness. The moon has been watching us for billions of years. Now, we're finally going back to see what's hiding in the dark.